Yeah, Still Be Studios, man. That freaking guy kicks ass. Alan Hops, everybody's learned so much from him out here on YouTube land. So I'm sure he had an awesome booth. I've seen some video of it. Seen some people carrying some masks away. I don't know if I caught the teddy bear thing or not, but I'm going to go back and check that out as soon as we're done here. But hey, what do you think is lacking at Transworld? Is there something that could be better? Something that could be done? Is there anything that you wish that you'd seen, or can you think of an idea that maybe um, somebody out there, not Distortions, not anybody else like that, would be able to do as, say, a home hunt or a startup that would just totally blow the doors off that place?
I don't know, Steve. I That's a hard question. It really is. I think, to be honest with you, I think that after really talking to a lot of the people, like Steve and I did this year, we really took some time at certain booths, especially the booths that we were buying stuff from, um, kind of picking people's ears, and ideas and thoughts and all that, and really, Steve and I kind of found out that I think really us as home haunters, at least this is what how I feel, is that um, us as home haunters, we're kind of running the show, dude. It really is. Over the last probably 4 or 5 years that we've gone, prices on things were so freaking expensive that us as a home haunter, there was no way that we were going to be buying some of the stuff that was there. Like, there's no freaking way you're going to be buying some of the moving props and even some of like the body parts and blood and special effects stuff and all that. There was just no way we were going to buy it. This year, you could tell the prices that were there, that they brought them down to a price that for us as home haunters, basically it's almost you buy it, or by the time you make it and take your time, time and money and all that to put into it, you're going to be spending the same exact amount, maybe even more, especially with your time, than just buying things. Like we bought, and I'll shoot it when it comes in. It hasn't come in yet. They said by a week or two, but we bought a human pelt. And one booth, Gore Galore, they've always had human pelts. Theirs are really, really cool. They're really, really thin though, and so I didn't want to spend the money. They're like $170 for these, and I didn't want it to be outside and get ripped to shreds by the wind. Well, this other company, I think it's Haunted Props, they had them for $50, and so and it was a thicker rubber, better quality. And we found out that somebody there used to be a home haunter. And so we kind of found out that home hunters are kind of running the show. So as far as a new idea that blows the doors off of it and all that, off the top of my head, I really can't think of one. And the main reason I think is that a lot of the other conventions and trade shows that are happening already kind of answer some of the questions for home haunters, to kind of get out there and do something else, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's kind of a easy answer, I think. But yeah, that's kind of the way I feel about it.
Yeah, man, I would just imagine that the price points on some things are freaking crazy out there. So, what did you see that was the most? What was the most expensive thing you saw out there? Was it worth it? Who made it? Tell us a little bit about that.
So if you watch my my vlog at all, you know that I absolutely hate using the word hate here, blow-ups. I hate freaking blow-ups in people's yards. Oh, I want to take a knife to them. Oh, knife, knife, knife. But anyways, there was a blow-up at this year's Transworld that was freaking awesome. Scare Factory, they always do something just balls the wall out. They always do, and they're kind of the favorite. They're always in the dark zone, and so yeah, so everybody kind of runs over to them and kind of sees what they have out. And this year, they had a couple really new things, but the freaking coolest thing, dude, was his blow up. It was, oh man, I can't remember the measurements. It was like if I bought it, it would cover my entire front of my house. Like I would need for nothing else but this blow up. It was this zombie that was actually looking like he was pushing himself, kind of out of the ground, and it was freaking ginormous. And you're looking at, oh my gosh, dude, it was thousands and thousands of dollars. It was ridiculous, and but it was awesome. It was so cool. But it doesn't change my mind on blow-ups. I still hate blow-ups. Blow-ups all need to die, with a, nice sharp pointy knife and but this blow-up was pretty freaking cool, dude. Other than that, there was always I think the hit this year, for a lot of people were a lot of the masks that were out there. There were a lot of, and I mean a lot of companies with masks, and they were all, silicone, latex. Some of them had the foam, in them. Steve and I bought some masks. But I think the masks were kind of the hit this year. There were a lot of new companies that had some pretty cool masks. And the masks, there was, for a couple of the places, dude, you're looking at $2,000-$3,000 for a mask. And then on the other end you had, like Steve and I, we went to a company that we found them they were $20 a piece. And I know that sounds, kind of cheap or expensive, however you want to look at it, for a mask, but they were pretty cool masks, and so you'll see them once they come in. We had to order them, but I would say to me, the coolest thing was the big giant freaking blow up zombie. That was just awesome.
Well, I've seen pictures of that blow up zombie. I don't think I've seen the video of it yet. Maybe you have it on yours. I've checked that out too, but I have not seen the video on that. I can't get a good feeling of what the immense size is on that thing, but I guess it's huge. So, all right, brother. Well, thanks for sharing your views on Trans World. A lot of people do videos, like I said, but don't really talk about it so much. And all the bigwig video players out there with Tara and Dave and everybody staying home this year, it's cool to talk to somebody that was actually there. So, thanks a lot for that. But hey, I want to push some people towards your channel and towards your vlog. So why don't you give us your YouTube name, how it's spelled, and let's get some people watching your vlogs, because they are funny and your energy is awesome on every single video you do. So let's get some people your way. So tell us about it a little bit and what we could expect to see this year.
Hey man, yeah, dude. Ill Halloween 82. IL Halloween 82 is my screen name on YouTube, and we've been doing it. I guess I've been doing like the vlog. I don't know, about a year or two, something like that now. And I try to do once a week. Sometimes it doesn't always work because I've got school and work and everything else and a family and all that. But I try to do it once a week. But I got some really big, huge stuff that actually Steve and I are actually really freaking pumped for. Wow, that just scared the living crap out of me because he moved. But yeah, we've got, this is our first year doing the walkthrough, and normally it's just been like the yard display and that's been it. But this year, we're doing an actual walkthrough, and got some huge news that I'm going to be sharing on my vlog here, probably tomorrow or Thursday, and I'm going to throw that up there. But it's huge, like to the point of it could be going from just having trick-or-treaters at our house, which is about 50, 75 kids, something like that, to absolutely having hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people coming through my carport. I can't wait. So I'm freaking stoked, man. So I'm gonna give you guys all that info, and then kind of the learning lessons of what we're gonna go through as far as building a walkthrough, the do's, the don'ts, all that kind of stuff. As we learn, we're gonna teach you guys, and then I also do some building. I'm learning this year. This is my first year, kind of learning the whole paper mache stuff, and so I'm working on that, and so that's kind of the how to, and then like I said, when I learn, I want you guys to learn. I don't want it to just be a kind of a puke of this is how cool I am, because I don't care because you're a douchebag. But I just wanted you guys to learn as we learn, and kind of an open forum kind of deal is what I kind of do. So looking really really forward to this year. I'm pumped, and I cannot wait for kind of all the information I'm about to put out here either tomorrow or Thursday. So I'm stoked, man.
All right, yeah, man. I've been subscribed to you for a while now, probably almost a year, I would imagine. And I certainly don't mean this in any way, shape, or form bad at all, man. But just listening to you talk sometimes, man, is just so freaking hilarious, man. I'll tell you, when you opened up your first wiper motor for Monster Guts a few months back, you said you had a monster beforehand, and you must have had two or three, man, because you were freaking out of your mind. And my wife and I still laugh about that to this day. When I refer to you to my wife, I talk about the windshield wiper motor guy, and she knows exactly who I'm talking about. So for all of you that have not subscribed to him, you got to go check him out. Leave a link in the description below. Funny man, very enthusiastic, got a lot of energy. Is going to have an awesome haunt this year, so you're going to want to check him out. Matt, thanks, bro. You're awesome. I got one more question for you, and I'd like to know what's your favorite movie and why. Horror movie, sorry. And it's just a question I like to ask at the end of these things, so let us know.
Hey man, thanks for calling me Wiper Motor Man. That's awesome, I think. But yeah, I have a good time over at the vlog, and like I said, I don't showboat it or anything. I just have a good time, and it's just me being me. So it's kind of fun. I like it. But top movie horror movies, I actually have to do top three because they kind of go in an order. They kind of get better as they go along. First one is Jeepers Creepers. Jeepers Creepers, the very first one, is great. I thought it brings back the kind of the original horror movie character kind of feel, like the Freddy Krueger kind of deal, and so it kind of brought that back, and so very good movie all the way around. We actually have a Jeepers Creepers guy in our display this year. Second one is the movie Wrong Turn. Very, to me, great slasher film. It's a great film. Actually, some of our haunt is based on. Excuse me, but our haunt is kind of based on some of their stuff in that movie. It's a great film. I absolutely love it. They don't go, they go overboard with the gore, but it's not teenage slasher stupid feel. So I like that one. And then the number one out of all three of them is Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the remake with Jessica Biel in it. Amazing movie, and I thought, to me, it's one of the best remakes of a classic horror film. That's great. The only bad thing about the movie is that they didn't put in the scene with them eating at the table, and that they have in the original, and that scene is freaking sick and twisted, and I love it. And so yeah, that was my only drawback to the movie. Other than that, it's a great movie. I absolutely love it. I mean, when the girl blows her brains out in the van, they just have you from that moment on, and it's an amazing movie. So yeah, dude.
Man, who doesn't love Jeepers Creepers? What a great movie. I feel the same way, man. It just kind of... We went to the movies and saw that when it first came out, and when they first drive by the church and he's tossing the bodies down the tunnel, that gave me, I guess for the lack of words, Jeeper Creepers. It was pretty awesome. And then, would you believe I don't think I've ever seen the remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, so I have to check that out. So, and that's kind of why I ask, because there's movies out there that people haven't seen yet. But yeah, really cool, dude, really cool. Well, man, it's been really cool having this conversation with you today. The whole thing of having to take so long to do it, I apologize, but it really is cool. I'm glad that we got to talk today. So you take care. Have a great Halloween this year. Have a great haunt build. and we'll all be watching, man. Thanks. Keep killing it.
Yeah, man, it's been fun. Had a good time doing it, and looking forward to watching everything that you put out. You put out a lot of really cool videos, and go take care of your head, dude. You got some screws loose, I heard. But yeah, man, it's been fun, and stay scary, happy haunting. Peace out, yo.